Early here redoing the hatch shocks on my 94 Mazda RX7. The hatch didn't want to open on its own. Sometimes it'd sag down if I pulled it open. So I'm looking at right here is one of the OEM hatch shocks and another one that I got from Rock Auto. It says Stableless Liftomat. It's pretty much the only set on there. They're $13 a pair or a piece for the Rock Auto ones. The OEM ones are I think around like 120 a piece, so $26 compared to $240. I decided to try the Rock Auto ones. They're a little bit different. The link's about the same. The factory RX7 has a bigger bushing thing at the bottom that this guy would attach to. And the ones that you get from Rock Auto just have this tiny little opening. There's no way to directly bolt these on per se. They require a little bit of work, but for the money you save, I think it's worth it. So what I did is, for the little ball socket that goes underneath the hatch, I actually ground down the OEM shock that I removed just to get the little ball out that screws up underneath the hatch. And then for the other end, to get this bracket off right here, all you have to do is, it's like a press fitting, it's kind of like a rivet. You just drill it from the back side and it'll pop right out. This is what it looked like after I drilled it. Once you separate that, you break this piece free. So what I need to do is make something for that to pivot on. I've got a 10mm bolt right here. It's got a washer on it. I got a little nylon bushing. That's going to feed through here, just like that. On the other side of that, I'll put a washer that'll keep the bushing, kind of force it to stay there. Then I'll slip through the OEM mounting bracket, and then from there I'll just use a lock washer and then a nut to hold it in there. I got everything from Home Depot actually. The nylon spacers are like $1 or so. That's the part number. They're 3/8 inch outer diameter, because that's a 10mm opening. It's about the same thing. And then for the bolts, I bought these 16mm 10mm bolts, but they're a little bit too short to fit all the washers and everything on there. So you probably want like 20 millimeters long. I happen to have some longer bolts that were too long at home, and I just cut them down to size. You can kind of see them side by side here. So 20 millimeters would be good. I'll go over here. Garage kind of a mess. I've already got one side already in. Just having one working and one blown actually worked a lot better, so I'm excited to see how they both work. You won't be able to fit, let me get a better view over here, the plastic things over it very well. There's like a big collar on the OEM ones that these plastic OEM snaps will snap to. That's not going to work. You can kind of push it on there, but it's not going to stay. So what I did afterwards is just took a paint marker and colored the bolt and everything black. I may go back in there with a little paintbrush and some satin black paint, that way it doesn't stand out. But it should work well. I'll add a little bit more to the video of it operating when I'm done. So it's all back together now. I got each shock on, one on each side. Seems to hold it up just fine. Close it. It doesn't like, it does kind of pop open, but it's when you pop it, it's not going to automatically pop open itself. Let's see. Pull the lever. Pops up just enough so you can grab it, lift it up. But definitely a lot better than it was. Saved about $200 from buying the OEM stuff. So there you go.